Hey guys, welcome to another episode of CarpFishing.Tips. Youth Day was really good to us. On the 16th of June, we decided to go to 50 Rand Dam and we managed to get one of our favorite spots on the second dam just in front of the reed island. We were facing in a northeasterly direction. We cast out our 2 yellow rods towards the reeds and the other 2 rods were on the left side of the reeds. The fishing forecast wasn't great, but between 3 and 5 it was almost 80%, and the 2 pink lines are where we got our catches. So between about 3:30 and 5:30 and 4:45 we got bite. This is the bowl dips and the hook baits we were using on the day. On both our yellow rods we had A to Z baits, banana hard floats with garlic bullets as backing, and garbanana bowl dip from Detonator dips. We also tried the sweet corn soaker from Supercast, and on our other rod we tried a couple of different things like caramel hard floats, large FX floats, pâte bray from Supercast. And on everything we had level 5 feed mix. We put it both in the ground bait and we used it on the bowl on the outside as well. On the telescopic and the bass rod to the left of the swim, we tried a number of combination between the floats and the bowl dips that we had out. Most of it was just pâte bray on the rods, and we swapped it out with garbanana every second cast or so. We also tried those zero floats. We also tried vampire soft floats from Magic Baits. The day went quite slow. We were just enjoying being at the bank and looking at the water for any signs of life. Usually we leave the rods in for around an hour before rebaiting if we don't catch anything. And here you can see our super professional casting in action. Let me know in the comments if you guys like this point of view as opposed to the chest strap where you kind of like look in different directions. I'm using the head mount in these videos. I just find it a lot easier and it kind of shows the action as it's happening, rather than having to readjust the camera and get the shot. With both the yellow rods we try to cast as close to the reed island as possible, but not in the reed island, which we've done before. So we were probably about 5 to 10 meters away from the reed island and about 15 meters, maybe 20 meters away from the bank towards the reed island. So we were around in that area, as you could see from the cast. The purple telescopic we cast out to the left of the reed island, as far out as we could cast it, and we just fanned it towards the left as the day went on. Our little bass rod was probably about 5-10 meters from the bank, also on the left hand side. As per usual, we use it as our margin fishing rod just to pick up any fish in the margin. So as you can see, the sun's setting quite nicely. It's about 4:45, 10 to 5, and we're basically losing hope that nothing's gonna happen, and Truce Bob, our first yellow rod, goes off with quite a scream on top of it. We managed to get into the fish and hook into him properly. Ever since we changed the hooks to the size 1, I think they're bat hooks, size 1, And I do think that the real thing that made the difference is the gap between the shank and the hook point is just, it has the right gap. And that's really what you need to look for in the hooks, is to make sure that the gap between the shank and the point of the hook is deep enough, or wide enough rather, so that you can actually catch something. I think that some of the hooks we were using before were a bit smaller than that, and although we got bites on the hooks, we just couldn't get the fish to actually come in. We couldn't land the fish. That's the word I'm looking for. We actually couldn't land the fish. Fish gave us a good run. Didn't feel too bad. Nothing giant, but definitely a decent size. The fish have been quite aggressive on the bites and fighting when you try to land them. Even though it's winter, you'd think that they'd kind of you'd be able to just drag them in, but that's not the case. They're actually quite active still. Although the amount of bites you possibly could get are obviously a lot lower because of the colder weather, as was evident by our blanking streak earlier in the month. Oh, how we forget our blanks after that first fish, yeah? It's not like you've never blanked in your life when you catch a fish. It's amazing, that. I mean, look at this. It's where the fish is an acrobat. And there he is in the net. He fell to the banana floats. I think he fell to the banana float on the bottom hook with the garlic backing on it. Always use barbless hooks, guys. It really makes getting the hook out of the fish much easier. It does less damage, and when it gets caught up in your net, it also doesn't cause that much damage to your equipment. Also, if the fish is being feisty like this, a good idea would be just to turn him upside down in the water and let him calm down. Little trick from the Totally Awesome Fishing Show YouTube channel, Old Graham. It's a tip he often used to put in his videos. Just turning them upside down for some reason just makes them chill out completely, usually. And this was the first catch for the day. 2 kilos with the net. The net is about 500 to 600 grams, so it's about a 2.5. It's about a 1.5 kilo fish. Quite a pretty little fish, really good condition, and just a great scrap. And as you can see, that's what he fell to. The only difference is that we didn't have the sweet corn soak on it. We had the banana A to Z float on the bottom hook with the garlic backing. So even though we know that banana and garlic works really well at this dam, well, at this system of dams, because we've caught all of them. Oh, and here I was trying to get the shot of the fish and the release. Yeah, sorry about that. The angle of the camera, I'm still working on it. So even though we know banana and garlic works really well at this dam system, we are trying different things to see if anything else picks up the fish's bite. So here you can see we're just about packed up. We've put away the bass rod and the telescopic. We try to pack up as best we can so that we can maximize the time that the rods are in the water. And it's about 5:30. The sun's really going down quite quickly right now, and we have to be out of the dam at 6. As you know, 50 Rand Dam, Rus in Irby. It's open from 6 till 6. So we're also trying to beat that. And there the rods go off. We got a proper shock of our lives because obviously it's 5:30. We need to get going, and both the rods seemed to go off, so we thought we had 2 fish. And what actually happened was the fish obviously ran into the second rod's line. Didn't really get tangled up or anything. I think he just crossed the line and caused the alarm to go off. We did have a proper panic though, because we thought now we've got not only 1 fish but 2 fish to try and land in 20 minutes, and still put everything in the car and leave. And listen, the Rodley's really great and efficient at packing up, but even that is a bit rough on the Rodley. So this rod here, we had the banana float with the garlic backing, and we also had the sweet corn soaker from Supercast on this. Again, we did put we dusted it with full cream milk powder. It's something we tried a while ago. Kind of mixed results, 50-50. Don't know if it really does anything. Sometimes you catch fish on it, sometimes you don't. And look at that rod bend. This fish definitely felt a lot better than the first fish we caught. So we were really glad that we didn't just pull out the rods and leave. We were getting little taps on the rods, so we definitely thought one of those 2 rods was gonna go. Here we were actually quite confident we'd managed to land the fish. Obviously we're still a bit nervous, but since we've landed 2-3 fish since we've changed the terminal tackle, we're feeling a little bit more confident in our skills. And there he goes, into the net. Yeah, what a great feeling. Sorry for the low light, my camera's complete pants when there's no light. You can't see a thing. Thank goodness I had my cell phone and it still had a little bit of battery in it, and I could take some pictures with the flash. As you can see, the fish is still quite aggressive. And that's the weight, 3.795. So minus the 500-600 grams for the net is 3.2 kilos. Really nice fish, really good condition. Thank goodness my phone camera had enough battery to put the flash on, and I managed to get this great shot of this little beast. Great fight. This fish landed up with the sweet corn soaker in its mouth. That's what he fell to. Exactly this bowl dip setup and ground bait setup. We're not sure if the level 5's doing anything. We are putting it into the ground bait, so all our catches do have level 5 feed mix in it. And I can't say yet whether it's made a difference, but we'll find out. We'll keep testing and see what happens. The sunsets are still looking amazing this winter. We hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to share with your carpy friends, and if you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button or the like button, or both, depending on whether you like this video or not. If you got to the end, hopefully you did. But until next time guys, stay safe, tight line.